Good morning from the National Weather Service office in Gaylord, Michigan. Welcome to the latest hazardous weather briefing for eastern upper and northern lower Michigan. Today is Saturday, July 13th, 2013. As we take a look at the hazardous weather highlights, we do have our main concern, which is the hot, humid weather that we're expecting across all of eastern upper and northern lower Michigan on Monday through Wednesday. And there we expect our heat indices to be well into the 90s across the region, and possibly even near 100 in northern lower Michigan at times. It's going to become increasingly uncomfortable as the humidity increases across the region, so people need to plan accordingly for working outdoors at all during this time period. Our next hazard to take a look at would be thunderstorms, and that's pretty much across eastern upper and northern lower Michigan as well. Eastern upper would be affected first as the front will come in from the northwest. And that could be as early as Tuesday. The models are a little unclear, but still the best time frame we're looking at is probably Thursday and maybe just a little bit into Friday. The impacts at this time are to be determined. It's a little too far out to check to see whether these things will be severe, but we do expect thunderstorms to be with this front as it comes through. All right, to jump ahead now into the current weather map, we do have an area high pressure that's sitting over top of the upper Great Lakes and into New England. That is going to pretty much sit over our region here for the next several days, and that high is just going to block all the thunderstorms that are going to be off to the west. That we see that big string up there along Minnesota right now, and that's pretty much where they're going to end up and stay here as we go into look at the map for tonight, with the area low pressure in North Dakota in the front that just kind of stalls out there, and you see the areas that are expected where showers and thunderstorms will be. And that continues on into Monday, although as we start getting closer, we do expect a little bit of that stuff to start to creep up as the moisture starts to increase. As we said, it's going to be humidity will increase as well as the heat over the next several days, so we'll have to keep an eye on this. But for the most part, we don't expect anything but pretty much sunny weather over the next almost week. As we take a look at the 3-day precipitation forecast for tonight through Monday evening, we are looking at the precipitation to be pretty much zero, as we've been talking about, with most of the rain occurring in the upper Mississippi Valley and into the lower Missouri Valley during some of this time. So our forecast high temperatures for early next week, we see 90 around Traverse City on Tuesday, possibly 91 to 90 in the Alpena area. Basically just very warm and humid over the next part of the middle of the week. Okay, so we'll wrap this all up with the warmer weather on the way. Our forecasting trend is going to be hot and sticky starting Monday. It's probably going to be our warmest day, but we're already starting to get into there here today on Saturday with middle 80s and even upper 80s in some areas. You can see over in Munising, in central upper Michigan, we're starting to see some of the warmer temperatures get in there as they're going to approach 90 here today. Otherwise, the hazardous weather, as we've said before, the heat and humidity are going to be the main concerns, and really we don't expect any thunderstorms to break out until at least Tuesday, but more likely it's going to be closer to Thursday before you really see anything. This concludes this morning's hazardous weather briefing. Thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, you can also find us on Facebook and on Twitter, or check us out at our webpage at weather.gov/Gaylord. And you can find this briefing as well as other videos about tours of the office and things like that on our YouTube account as well. Thanks for listening.